Hello again, YouTubers, on with SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel. Today we have part 34 of our SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated playthrough video series. So if you have yet to check out parts 1 through 33, I'll leave a link in the description box below if you guys want to check those videos out, as well as in the iCards on the top right hand of the screen. So now before we get into our main goal of this video, basically defeating Robot SpongeBob, we still have a couple more spatulas to get, and we're going to continue where I left off in the previous video, basically paying Mr. Krabs shiny objects for the golden spatulas. Now we are at 94 golden spatulas right now. So this Joy-Con says low battery for some reason. that's not good. Okay, so yeah, I'm over here at the Goo Lagoon Sandcastle. Now basically, because of or at least not because, but in the Rehydrated edition of Battle for Bikini Bottom, the developers decided to do something really silly in my opinion. Basically, every time you paid Mr. Krabs shiny objects, the amount would essentially go up by 3,000 shiny objects. So the first spatula you get is costs you 3,000 shiny objects, the second 6,000 shiny objects, and so on. Now if we go over here, as you can see, we have 4 out of 8 of them, and the remaining ones are 15,000, 18,000, 21,000, and 24,000 shiny objects. So it's kind of crazy, but I had to spend a lot of time, about 80 to 90 minutes here, just literally at this spot, destroying tikis and trying to get the shiny objects. So just a quick guide on how you do this. I'm at 76,000 right now. I intentionally collected most of it before the video began. So all you have to do first, once you get up to this point, launch the cruise bubble, and as you can see, that is the stack of tikis that we needed to use to get up to the sock. So we'll destroy that. And then over here, aim the cruise bubble at one of these thunder tikis. Oopsie. So let's try that again. And yeah, there we go. So, and then finally, aim your cruise bubble at the top of the sandcastle where there are a bunch of tikis there as well. It's kind of different using the Joy-Cons here. Hang on a moment. So let's get this. There we go. Okay. So and now we are up to 77,737. So we just need to do that once more. All you have to do is literally drown, and then you'll be repositioned back up to the sandcastle, where you can repeat that all over again, and just keep doing that until you attain the requisite amount of shiny objects that you of course need to give over to Mr. Krabs. So we need a total of 78,000 shiny objects, which means this final run is the run that's gonna get us our last required shiny objects. Now it's time for a little rant about this whole thing. I'm not sure why the developers decided to do this, because perhaps they were thinking that, okay, you know what, if we do this, then it kind of makes players spend more time in the game. Now, personally, I consider this part of the post game, and as you can see, we have 78,612. So we'll just transport ourselves over to Mr. Krabs now. So yeah, I do consider this part of the post game, because you technically only need 75 golden spatulas to get into the final boss at the chum bucket. So since this is a post game, I would also consider this a negative post game. Negative in the sense that, it's not fun, it wastes your time, and is repetitive. Because literally, I'm not sure what they were thinking. Was there some other way that they were expecting us to get a whole bunch of shiny objects? I mean, the very fact that I had to get 78,000 shiny objects just for the remaining 4 spatulas is kind of crazy. And for all that time, I could have been doing something else, but nope. They made me stand at the sandcastle to farm shiny objects for, well, 1.5 hours. So, really silly way of post-gaming this thing. And also, along with the multiplayer, I assume the multiplayer is supposed to be part of the post game because it's not part of the main story. That was pretty lackluster as well. I'll be doing a video for that in part 36, which will be our finale. So yeah, just want to get that off my chest. I find that really silly, and it's not something that the developers will change. It's not like a bug or anything. They intentionally programmed it this way, so it's kind of disappointing, and it just makes the game less fun than it actually is. So okay, over here, let's there you go, let's talk to Mr. Krabs.
So, do you want to trade shiny objects for a golden spatula?
Yes.
What?
Okay, so 95 golden spatulas, and then we'll just do that 3 more times.
So
96 golden spatulas.
So
97 golden spatulas. And finally, 98 golden spatulas. Awesome. And we're actually left with 612 shiny objects, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that is essentially the Mr. Krabs quests, as you can see here. Oh, oopsie. Over here, we have all 8 of the Mr. Krabs spatulas. So now the only thing outstanding here are these 2 tasks in the Chum Bucket Lab, one of which we will be taking on in this video. So let's head into the Chum Bucket. So yeah, overall this game has lots of ups and downs.
They serve food here, yes, but they don't serve love.
Well, that is true, SpongeBob, that is true. Okay, and I will be doing a review video for this once the finale goes up later today. I'll be having 4 videos. You might have seen the first one already, part 33, where we backtracked through, the first few areas to get our remaining socks. So, yeah, here we are in the Chum Bucket. 75 golden spatulas, and that goal is met. So, now it says press R to enter Plankton's lab. So let's do just that.
Look at that guy, with that big square head and those short shorts. That's the most hideous thing I've ever seen.
Wait, that hideous thing looks like me.
I always knew SpongeBob would be the death of me.
Jumpin' jelly beans? A robot SpongeBob.
There's definitely something funny going on here. And I don't mean you. Something else funny. Plankton! You're behind all this, aren't you?
Yes, it was me all the time. Behold, the Duplicatotron. I registered the name, so don't even think of ripping me off. With this, I can make a robot copy of anyone. I was going to make an army of loyal robots that would obey my every command.
But they're running amok!
I forgot to set the switch to obey Plankton. Ugh. But now that Daddy's home, I can fix that! What's wrong now? It should be working! It is working! They're obeying me! I knew I shouldn't have made a copy of myself, but I'm just so cute! You've interfered with my plans for the last time! SpongeBob, meet SpongeBob!
Hi, how do you do? Allow me to introduce my friends, Patrick, Sandy.
Enough! Prepare to meet your doom!
Alright, so welcome to the second,
Coming at ya!
well, first of 2 boss battles. Okay, so first, all we have, it sounds simpler than it's said, right? But basically what we have to do is attack those green buttons on SpongeBob, or Robot SpongeBob at least. And then he's gonna do a swing thing again. Let's hit for the button on his nose. And once we hit all 9 buttons, then of course the robot will be defeated. Okay, so next up here, let's get the button on the bottom. There you go. And we have 5 more buttons to hit. Okay, so it gets progressively more difficult. So, of course, just, keep an eye out for more attacks. So he's just gonna start out with the chopping and all that, but soon enough he'll be doing his signature karate. Oh, there we go. So karate, what you want to do is just hop back on this table again. Then he's gonna start chopping. Okay, and then his oopsie, got hit there. Let's hit up for that button over there. Okay, so he's down to red health. Karate. Yeah, so I guess you gotta wait for a while too. Okay, so he's 2 karates this time, and he's gonna start chopping. Hopefully this will be the run that we win. Okay, next up, head for the button on there. There we go. So, 2 more health bars, and we'll be all good. Okay, time for some chopping. So, let's run! Run for our lives! Okay, got hit there, but let's hit up for the button on... Wait a minute. That button's hit already, so...
Coming at ya!
Okay, I guess this time will be the not so successful time, but let's head over here. Break this button. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he's now at 1 health left. Karate. Okay, he's gonna do that 3 times. And yeah, so you can't land on this thing before. Okay, so you can't land on the platform before it stops spinning, as you can see here. So, since we're down to 1 health bar on Robot-SpongeBob, let's just quickly grab these
Fresh like a
pairs of
spring
underwear
breeze.
and you know, run away from this robot.
Feel like a
plankton.
new sponge.
Okay,
Fresh
so now
like
we've
a
got
spring breeze.
full health
Feel
again,
like a new
and
sponge.
then let's jump up back here. Okay, so the final face-off. Okay, and then the 3rd time. And yeah, okay, so now he's gonna do his chopping. I actually want to be on his... Oh, darn. Okay, so we got destroyed there. So, karate. I want to be on his left side this time because the last button is on the left. On his left, well, part of the body. Okay, so, gonna start chopping. Okay, and then, there we go. Our last button is hit. 99 golden spatulas.
No! You don'ts are destroying my beautiful bride! We were supposed to get married next week.
Did he say married?
I'll repair you, baby.
I'm shrinking!
No, Patrick. I think the robot is getting bigger!
SpongeBob, he just flew into your head!
Well, then I'm going to follow him into my head. I mean, into my robot version's head, which is like my head, but bigger and more metallic.
Will you go already?
Here I come, robot plankton!
This is just getting too weird for me.
Okay, so that is basically the final boss battle against Robot Plankton, but we'll keep that for the next video. So make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, etc. Keep right here on Ultimate SpongeBob 101. As you can see, we are now up to 99 golden spatulas, guys. So you just one more and we'll be all done with this game. Okay, so I'll have the next video up in about an hour, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in the next video, part 35 of our SpongeBob Rehydrated coverage. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.